So today we're studying quadrilaterals. And for the next activity, you're going to move past just identifying what the different quadrilaterals are, and you're going to start spotting what the features of each different quadrilateral is. So before we start that, there's some important vocab that you need to have and need to understand in order to complete the next activity. So the first one is the idea of parallel lines. Now you will have heard that quite a few quadrilaterals are also parallelograms, and what that means is they're made up of parallel lines. Now parallel lines are like these. They're lines that run adjacent to each other but will never touch. They will continue to go on and on and on forever and never touch. So if you look at this example of a square here, you'll see the top side and the bottom side. Those two lines could go on forever, never touch, and the same with these two side lines as well. If those two lines continued forever, they would never touch. So they are parallel lines. So that is one piece of vocab. The other one is a right angle, something we've talked about a lot this week, and it is the angle that is made when two lines meet at a 90-degree angle, just like a corner. So here is an example of a right angle, and often you label a right angle with a little square. Now the word quadrilateral is the main part of the lesson. A quadrilateral, as you have heard already, is just a shape that has four sides. Those are the only rules. So there are lots of different types of quadrilaterals, like a trapezoid, a parallelogram, a rectangle, a square, a rhombus, and so on. And the final bit of vocab that we need for now is the idea of four equal sides. Now there are only two quadrilaterals that have four equal sides, and those are a square and a rhombus. So that is the key vocab that you need in order to complete this activity. So for A, you have to mark any right angles on the shape. So you can say the shape A has been done for you. So you've got to find another shape that has right angles, and then you have to label it like you see on shape A. Be very careful of some shapes that appear that they're a little bit like right angles, but they're not quite. So be very careful. B, mark any pairs of parallel lines. So what helps us with parallel lines, you'll see on shape B, they are marked like this. And these are the symbols for showing parallel lines. So one arrow means one set of parallel lines, and when you've got two arrows like this, that means there is the second set of parallel lines. So use shape B to help you find parallel lines on the other shapes. Then number C, or letter C, which shape does not have any right angle? So have a look and go, which shapes don't have any, and mark those letters. And then which shapes have two pairs of parallel lines? Well, again, you have a look through and see which ones have two sets. So if you look here, for example, the top and the bottom are parallel, but these two sides are not parallel because they go off in slightly different directions. And then finally, which shapes have four equal sides? So good luck with the activity.